This is what I'm talking about. NFL playoffs at Lambeau Field with a snowstorm camped out over the upper Midwest. Let's go. It's time for some...
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My A-spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, so my name, King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it.
This is what I'm talking about. NFL playoffs at Lambeau Field with a snowstorm camped out over the upper Midwest. Let's go. It's time for some great football in Green Bay. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl. And we've got a classic in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. With a chance to head to Arizona in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 57, we are underway now in the NFC Championship. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25. First play and a first throw for Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 30 on second down, Rodgers only able to gain a couple there, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Room here to run. Past the 20. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to...
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have struck first in this NFC title game. Brian Johnson now for the extra point. Or these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Slot man moves right. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw him on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going, and being able to make a play on the football.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10 is Sanders. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, it's Hurts. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Hurts sets up to throw it. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Okay, great.
Sanders is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Smith catches left side. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. That's going to be caught downfield by Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. 51 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. They find some open field here. Down the sideline he goes. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage. Johnson for the extra point try.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. In motion comes the tight end left.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 2 minutes remain in the 1st half of this NFC Championship. Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll set up a throw.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
Touchdown! Miles Sanders. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Up the middle, Jones. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
58 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
26.
On second down and 4, Rodgers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
On first and 10, it's Hurts.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Throwing again on second and 10. Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Going deep this time for Miller.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Throwing on second down. Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've got to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And quickly out wide, this is Watson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive?
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of were counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught by Sanders. Bounds right around the 40. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll run the option left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, 32 yards as they have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the 6. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's
guy,
going on the defensive side?
that's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Here's Jones again on second down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. And inside give to Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He'll find McGuire complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Gotta have this one. Flushed out right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Ready, set.
They run with Sanders off the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Hurts. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gap.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Rashawn Gary from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he's going to go down again. Wyatt, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a two-score game. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession, gigantic. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up on a safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the Packers are right back in this football game. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers escaping the pressure right. Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Rodgers to throw. He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have the Packers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Complete once again to Watson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Rodgers. Pass is tipped, but he's still able to bring it in. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. To throw is Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
It has been. NFC champs. They have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.